of unnerving when you have every ball around the pocket as Dave Traber has 2 strikes, then 3. He's really around the first arrow, and he's going right down here, but he leaves the 4-pin just a pinch high. An easy spare. He'll trail by 13. And for Traber, what he must do is to really concentrate on his extension. David, if he has one shortcoming, he pulls up at the line very slightly. He doesn't have the deep knee bend that, say, Norm Duke has, and so he needs to get a good stretch out over the foul line, one of the keys to really performing well. Now, we saw Vespi to the extreme left side of the lane with the big hook. Look at David Traber. Look where he is playing, and he's right down the edge. No fear of the channel. It's a good practice to stay away from that channel. He does it well.
Wow, resounding strike in the 6th frame for David Traber. Takes plenty of time on the approaches. We'll show you what we mean. Our first opportunity. Meanwhile, we go to Lean and Mean Bob Vespi of Plantation, Florida, born in Albany, New York. He is he's a hero to the Sky Caps at the Fort Lauderdale Airport. Those that bowl love him. Strung 4 now in the 2nd game, Bo.
You're right, Chris, and he's just not all power. He's playing a little more of an inside line on the right-hand lane. He's not depending on the big hook, and a little bit wider swing on the left-hand lane. And Chris, he talked about his junior development, and he bowled in the National Junior Bowling Championships when he was younger, and that tournament will be held right here, July 15th through the 18th. $45,000 in scholarships available to the juniors right here after the pros leave. Now, Vespi can extend his lead to 33.
Leading at 10. In his first game with 7 strikes, he defeated Wayne Webb 244 to 225. Now against David Traber's in the lead, continuing to stay loose. Norm Duke, you'll hear the pen fall as he practices. Off to our right. Bob Vespi always wears and sounds his emotions. We'll be back in Tucson after this.
Great! A world-class field, crisp night air, and Bislett. The world record could take a beating. The Dream Mile live next on ABC's Wide World of Sports.
There's our tournament leader, Ron Williams of Fort Worth, Texas. You saw him last week. He was 4th at El Paso, remember? And he, of course, is another match away from going into that final game because right now, David Traber of Woodstock, Illinois, is trailing by 22, can cut it to 12. There you see the time left for him to release the ball, Bo.
You got it, partner.
Made it easily. What's the rule, Nelson?
25 seconds, Chris, from the time either your opponent finishes his previous frame or, as David's ball is coming back now, from the time his ball stops in the settee area, like right there, he has 25 seconds with which to initiate his shot. There goes the clock. The penalty for violation is $100 for the first violation. The second one in the match is $1,000. However, none of these players are even close to the 25-second clock.
Well, Traber now has cut the lead to 2 as we look at those that have earned the most thus far. You see Vespi in the number 5 position. Del Ballard is in 6th.
Vespi there without a victory. Del Ballard will be in the announce booth the next match. Now, Vespi, 8th frame, has just a narrow lead of 2 pins.
8th frame strike here in our second game with the semifinal to follow, and the opponent will be Norm Duke.
Bob Vespi has 9 balls solid in the pocket, 9